So I've been an angel for the past 15 years. And I guess during that time, I've seen pitches from hundreds of companies and I've reviewed thousands of decks. And for software companies, the pitch is always the same. It's, hey, we're a great bunch of guys. And the software product we've just bid is really clever. Just look at this whizzy demo. And if you're lucky enough to invest in us, we can build some more. And really, discussion on customers, go-to-market, revenue was at best limited and just frequently just not there. Ryan and FIXE was the polar opposite. Ryan had spotted a gap in the market, I think, as he's just described. He'd created a product and was getting revenue, real revenue from 200 clients. The opportunity that excited me was, and I think I'll be a little bit honest here, was that behind the scenes, there was a lot of manual effort going on in order to make sure that your product actually worked and you delivered the service to your customer. I knew that we could leverage technology to automate a lot of what Ryan was doing. And this would not only reduce your reliance on the account managers, it would improve your margins, and most exciting of all, it would provide you with a platform where you could really scale and grow the business. And that was hugely exciting to me.
The one thing that is still true is that there are great startup companies that are looking for funding. And that is really what the basis and what we do at New York Angels. So while there's so much going on in the world that we can't control, we can control seeing a lot of great companies and deciding which ones we're going to invest in. And as a matter of fact, in April, we had one of our strongest months where we invested over $2.8 million across a number of companies. So it was a very strong month for us. We also had almost a record number of companies apply for funding. So we had quite a large funnel to choose amongst. And we screened a number of companies that all have, good promise.
So we started FIXE in about 2019, and we kind of did it all between me and Scott. We kind of funded it all ourselves, and we had a third kind of lesser partner, Antonio. And we did it all together, and we funded it ourselves. And by 2022, we kind of said, okay, we need to ignite this engine a little bit more. And so that's when we decided we needed to raise some money. And so we started kind of talking to a few investors or to a few friends that said that they would want to invest. And just like whenever I've done it when investing in my own restaurants, people will tell you a lot, but when it comes time to signing a check on the dotted line, it ends up becoming a harder push than you originally anticipate. And Scott, my partner, his close friend is Gary Cohen. And Gary Cohen is now the CEO of iRobot. And he kind of became a de facto advisor for us, prepping us to get our story correct, to eventually introduce us to some of his friends in the angel investing world. And the first person he introduced us to was John Tikinski of the New York Angels. I remember having a Zoom call with him while I was on vacation with my family in Colorado, kind of pitching him FIXE, and I think it kind of piqued his interest. Our story was far from a finished product at that point, but I think he saw the potential in what we were doing. And that was August of 2022. Over the next 4 to 6 months, we kind of refined our story and our pitch, and then we eventually got introduced and pitched to the New York Angels in February of 23.